Hi everyone, it's me, Jeff Gotte, and I'm about to take you through a full body wall exercise class so you can improve your mobility, balance, and strengthen every muscle in your body, all while using a wall for stability and assistance. We're gonna start our exercise today by performing a steady pace dynamic wall push-up to promote upper body strength. A metabolic wall squat's gonna follow to give you more mobility and balance strength into your lower body, and we'll round things out and finish the steady pace exercise session today with a dynamic torso wall touch, which targets your abdominals and torso, which is gonna allow you to transition in and out of chairs and have more control and dexterity over your torso and abdominal strength. If you engage, which you should, okay, at a very high level during the exercise, because this is exercise, not movement, right? Then you're going to supercharge your cardiovascular system because you're placing metabolic demand on the muscle tissue, which then prompts cardiovascular exercise. And it's an amazing way to prompt it during this week's workout. Before we begin working out though, please download the PDF progress journal so you can record your results after each of the exercise attempts. You can find the link to download it in the description box. For the best results, perform this exercise class 2 to 3 times per week, always allowing yourself 48 hours of active rest recovery in between each of those workouts. That way your body's able to fully recover those results that you want and need. That's why you're here, okay? Now, before we get rocking, the only equipment that you're going to need for this workout is gonna be a wall nearby, a chair, a cold bottle of water, and your very best effort. Let's do it. All right, let's go ahead and jump into that wall exercise session. If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, help us out. We really appreciate it. Now, we're gonna start on the wall. Notice I have the chair here waiting in the wing because the next 2 exercises are gonna be used with the chair. First one is that push-up. You can either go with the wall with a flexed wrist. If it bothers your wrists, go to the knuckles, okay? The further you walk your feet back away from the wall, the more difficulty you're going to give to your upper body. Now remember, we're exercising, so we're looking to reach muscle failure, which is basically the point you cannot continue during that 90 seconds. Notate the time on the clock that's gonna come on, and then jump back into the exercise and give your best effort for the remainder of the set. Let's go ahead and do it. Clock is on. Initiate movement down. We're working the triceps, that's the back of your arms, the chest and the shoulders. Pause at the wall, heading back up. Now the entire time, you're actively trying to flex and wrinkle that wall between your knuckles. Pause at top in 1, heading back down. Each range of motion should be about 7.5 seconds, total of 15 seconds per effort. That's gonna give us about 4 to 6 efforts in the 60 to 90 second range. And we want to get to the point in this time frame that you can no longer continue. If you're engaging at a high enough level, you should feel heart rate rolling, because really cardiovascular exercise comes from simply placing metabolic demand on the muscle tissue, okay? Heading back down, we're going past that 45-second mark already. This next effort's taking you past 60 seconds and into what we call the exhaust range. Pause, heading back out, reminding yourself why you're doing this. Upper body strength, right? Mobility and your resistance to the upper body, heading back down. So we're there. We're in what we call the exhaust range, or final 30 seconds. As we come down, we're gonna pause. You should feel a deep burn in your chest, your shoulders, your arms, heading back the other direction. And if you get to the point where you can no longer move, you just take your foot in, right? Stand back tall, notate the time, then continue to rock with us. One more effort, heading back forward, meeting your body where it's at. Doesn't have to look like mine, and just challenging yourself here today. Pause, heading back the other direction, squeezing in as we extend. Final opportunity there in 2, 1, and done. Completed. I'm gonna want you to follow me down, right? I'm gonna put down in my journal, push up 130. I'm gonna circle that plus, okay? Because I know I need to increase the difficulty next time. Now, we always like to suggest set a baseline, let your body prove to yourself what it can do, and then increase the difficulty the next time, okay? Now I'm gonna head to the body weight squat. I'm gonna grab the chair, okay? I'm gonna place it behind me, because if and when I reach muscle failure, I'm gonna go slowly down to that chair, all right? We wanna do this in a safe manner. Now, wall's gonna be in front to help with my stability. I'm gonna stay on the heels. Let's go ahead and jump right into this exercise. Keeping these rest times down allows the cardiovascular system to continue to stay elevated and working. So as I come down, we're gonna go clock is on, right? 90 degrees, breathing freely. Now we're going what we call an isometric or a metabolic technique set right here, which is basically a static hold. So notice my rear end is not on the seat right now, okay? It's just above the seat, okay? My weight's on my heels, my knees are flared. I'm already feeling a deep burn in my thighs. You should not feel discomfort in your knees. If you do, you need to sit your weight back further and you need to pull your toes up. If you have to do this exercise with a countertop and or a railing so you can really hold on here to help yourself sit back further, then the next time you execute this session this week, because you should be doing this exercise session 2 to 3 times this week, spaced out with active rest between, okay? You can adjust next time for that, all right? All right, we're getting ready in about 10 seconds here to go into that exhaust range. Dig into the heels, flare the knees, squeeze the thighs, squeeze the glutes, keep the back flat. Should feel a deep burn in these thighs. Remember, this is gonna give you stability, strength, and resistance in that lower body. We are there. We're in the exhaust range, which is the final 30 seconds. That deep burn that you're feeling, that's glucose being utilized to produce the energy, the ATP in the muscle tissue, which increases insulin sensitivity, gives you a faster metabolism, allows you to distribute carbohydrates in the muscle tissue with fat cells, all kinds of wonderful things. Exercise, notice the heart rate's rolling. We are getting close here, okay? We have no more than 15 seconds here, so breathing freely, actively flexing, engaging. 1 second at a time, still hanging on here, no more than 5 seconds. If you've already reached muscle failure, you hit the seat, you would notate the time, then jump back in. Clock is off. Whoo, deep burn. All right, going to that journal, all right? Gonna notate body weight squat. I went the entire 130. I'm gonna write a plus again, right? Plus, plus, plus. Increase the difficulty next time because again, we're exercising. All right, we're gonna go that wall touch torso extension. So you wanna scoot your chair back far enough to where when you come forward and your chest is out over your knees, you're reaching forward to that wall, okay? So depending on how long your arms are, will dictate how far away from that wall you need to be. You also need to sit forward in the chair, okay? So come forward in your chair so that whenever you start to go back on this torso extension, you can get those abdominals engaged in that range of motion, all right? Okay, heart rate rolling, gonna keep the rest times down, right? Just give your best effort, we're almost there. Final exercise for the day. All right, we're gonna lean forward, touch that wall, abdominals tight, back is flat. Clock is on. Initiate movement back. As you head back, a slight tuck in the pelvis, belly button towards the spine. We'll pause in 1, then slowly head forward. It's continuous and uninterrupted, loading the muscle tissue for 2, 1, pause, heading back the other way. And we're diaphragmatically breathing the entire time, meaning like you're blowing air out of a straw, taking that belly button towards the spine every single breath out. Pause. Now slow, don't come out of it quickly. As you head forward, we're gonna reach towards the wall, always reminding ourselves why we are doing this. Next effort's taking us past the 45-second mark. This is gonna help with torso strength and stability, injury resistance, the ability to transition in and out of chairs, cars, couches, seats, heading the other way, squeezing for 3, 2, touch wall, 1, heading back. This next effort is taking us past the 60-second mark. You're doing it, just giving your best effort. And when you get to the point where you can't continue, you have to relax, right? Or you lose your balance. Notate the time and then jump back in because remember, we want to get the most out of it. Just give your best effort for the manual, but we want to record it at the end. It's important to make sure you're measuring the process of exercise if you want the best results. All right, we're gonna go one more effort here. We're already in that exhaust range. Last opportunity here just to take with the muscles light have. Now I know your arms may be burning. If you wanna go arms across the chest because your shoulders are fatigued and burning, that's perfectly fine. Heading back the other direction. Last one here for 2, 1, and relax. I completed my exercise, torso flexion, 130 plus. I need to increase the difficulty of that exercise. So notice, I completed every one of those. Next time, I'm going to increase the difficulty on that torso extension of the wall touch. Put a dumbbell across your chest, okay? You can add a resistance band that's anchored behind you, okay? And you're pulling it forward as you go forward. Make the exercise more difficult once you're able to complete it, right? That's the goal. Now you should start to focus on active rest recovery. If those of you that have been around our social media outlets know that we have that dichotomy of steady pace life, right? We have the high intensity exercise, active rest recovery, and nutrition. So active rest recovery is next, meaning 2 to 3 times this week you do this with 48 hours of active rest recovery with adequate protein in between to maximize your results. As I said at the beginning, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button for us. We want to be able to help every individual that we possibly can. Leave us a comment down below so that we can interact with you, answer your questions, get you dialed in, and I will see you next Tuesday at the next exercise. If you want to get into a more structured and regimented program that can help you gain more control of your symptoms, then you should join our Take the Fight to the Muscles workout club. Now, by joining, you will receive access to an exclusive seated full body fundamentals workout class that updates every 2 weeks, stretch classes to help you alleviate tightness and spasticity, access to our 2 most popular Focus On series for foot drop and hip flexors, plus bonus Q&As with myself each month where I can answer your questions about exercise and MS. Click the join button below this video to learn more information about the Take the Fight to the Muscles workout club and to see which plan works best for you. I'll see you all next week.